this video, I'll be talking about how to use associative arrays to create a parking structure. So here I have a column, and here I have a slab floor. And so I need multiple columns in my parking structure. If I start by selecting that column, on the Home tab, Modify panel, we have the Array button. There are multiple types of arrays. We have a rectangular array, which creates rows and columns, path array, which copies your object along a path, and polar array, which copies your object around a center point. So I will be using rectangular array. When you start that command, it defaults to some number of rows and columns, but I am going to change it. So let me see. Right now I'm in the realistic visual style. Let me try shaded with edges. There you can see those objects much clearer. So when I select this array in the ribbon, I have an option to add columns or remove columns, add rows or remove rows, and I can even do levels in the Z direction. So for this example, I will do 5 columns, 5 rows, but I want to change the space between the rows and columns. So here I can change the spacing. I'll do 10 feet between the rows and 10 feet between the columns, or vice versa. You can see the total space between them as well. So this parking garage is about 40 by 40. Everything is currently on that first level. Now I'm going to escape and I'm going to use array again to create a second level. So I'm picking this slab floor, going back to array, rectangular array. Again, it will give you some default number of rows and columns. This time I want 1 column, 1 row, but I would like 3 levels. So right now they're just stacked on top of each other with a default distance. I'm going to change the distance between the levels to 10 feet. And you see the total is 20 feet tall. And here are my 2 levels. But now I want to add columns to that second level. I'll select my column array and add a second level here. But the space between my levels, I will use 10 feet. And so now we have columns on the first level and the second level. If you want to separate these objects into individual parts, you would have to select the array and use the explode command. The shortcut for explode is X, enter. So now this is 1 slab. And if I want to explode the columns into separate pieces, again, I'll use the explode command, X, enter. And so I can select 1 individual column.
CAD Masters offers online and classroom training for a variety of Autodesk software. For more information, go to www.cadmasters.com or give us a call at 925-939-1378.